Hello, and welcome to Talk This.
It's dangerous to podcast alone.
We're your hosts, Madelyn
and Emma.
And welcome to another side quest episode of the podcast. We're happy you're here with us.
Yeah.
It's our news magazine. I still have to come up with a good title for this format. I like this format, but I don't have a good name for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll crowdsource that too. If you have good name ideas for SideQuest 4.0, which I've been calling kind of our news magazine, like I think of it as me doing like the Sunday morning 60 minutes, like that kind of thing. It's like we're moving from story. Well, they have like silly stories on 60 Minutes too. We're moving from story to story to story.
Every time we record the side quest, it moves slower and slower towards 60 minutes.
Remember when these were a tight 11 and a half minutes?
Yeah, those are the good days. The good days.
We'll talk faster. Clickbait Boyfriend was telling me, he said, oh, I've learned that I start listening to podcasts like at 1.5 speed, that it's better. But I can't do that with your podcast because you talk too fast.
We're snappy. Zippy.
Zippy. Yeah. That is what they call us. Zippy. Anyway, the first part of this side quest news magazine is ported over. The video game reference. It's ported over from SideQuest 3.0 because we're backwards compatible here for the 4th generation of side quests. It's our saved data, and then we talk about what we've been playing these past 2 weeks. So, Emma, what have you got on your internal memory card?
Well, shockingly, for the first time in a while on these segments, I feel like I actually have something to talk about other than nothing. I pre-ordered a game for the Switch from Square Enix. It's like one of the few original games that the Switch is getting recently, called Octopath Traveler. And as part of E3, they released a 3-hour demo of it that you play, and it carries over to the game once you get it. So I got the 3-hour demo, and I enjoyed it. We'll see if it is able to hold my interest through. It seems like it's like a 60-hour game, is what interviews have indicated. But anyway, why it's called Octopath Traveler. And it's an interesting gameplay as storytelling thing in that it entirely ignores it a little bit. In that there's 8 characters around the world, and they each go on their own quest and have their own storyline. And they all form a party, but it does not seem like there's actually any interrelation between their stories, right? So you do all 8 stories with your 8 party members, but nobody like interacts with the other story. At least it seems that way so far. So it's a little weird. But anyway, you pick like your main character, which is like the first one you pick, and they can't leave your party. So mine's Thief Boy, whose name is Therian, that I picked just because I like thief characters, because I always play speedy and dodgy.
I think it's a genetic thing.
What? Are you saying I'm a thief?
That's what Dad says too. Dad says he always plays as the rogue.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So I got through 2 of the prologues, and then got my way towards another character, and then stopped at about 2 hours and 50 minutes. A lot of people are like going crazy and like playing all the characters and then like speed running through it in 3 hours by skipping all the scenes so that they can have the prologue all done by the time the game comes out and just starts at chapter 2. But I'm just playing it normal. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have the time or energy to do that. And in like the worst case scenario of like the demo does not transfer to the real game, I don't want to have done that and then have to play it all again.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah. So anyway, I got my 2 characters with my Thief Boy as my main. Yeah, and I'm enjoying it.
Is that all you've been playing?
I played a little bit more Ni no Kuni too. We got introduced to the kingdom building mechanic, which is super addicting, and in any other publisher it would be riddled with microtransactions, but thankfully it's not.
Hooray! You only have to spend a lot of money for the game once.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a concept.
But what have you been playing, Mal?
Well, Emma, I have been playing a lot of video games the past 2 weeks.
Give us the zippy rundown.
The zippy rundown. I will. Most of what I've been playing is the adventures of Champ McDude and my dudes in Persona 5. Champ McDude and my dudes have made a lot of progress in the past 2 weeks. I think that last time we spoke, I had just defeated... I already forgot his name. Madarame.
Museum Man.
Yeah, Madarame. Since then, we've also defeated the second guy whose name is Kaneshiro.
Yeah.
It is not fair that 2 of our first 3 villains have K names that start. It's like it's Kamashiro, right? It's like
Kamashida
and Kaneshiro. Who did that? Because I can't keep it straight.
I imagine they must, like, mean something, like, relevant to their personalities.
However, I'm having a hard time. Anyway, so we've defeated Kaneshiro also. And made our way through that whole palace and did that whole thing. Champ McDude, he's growing up. He's more charming now. He's got enough guts to call his prostitute teacher over whenever he wants.
She's not a prostitute.
Okay, sure. I know. She asked me if I thought we were going to do weird things. And I said, what kind of weird things? So,
this part of the game, that kind of weird thing.
Seriously.
That's easily the weirdest part.
Now we are working our way through Futaba's pyramid.
Yes, that's my favorite part of the game, you would say.
I think that we are almost through it, or at least they're telling me that anyway. Yeah, I really don't understand why we don't tell Boss Chief Sojiro that we're the Phantom Thieves. I think he'd be into it. I really do. Also, how the heck do I level up his confidant thing? I feel like all I do is make coffee and hang out with him, and it never goes up.
I don't know if I didn't mention this before, but it cuts off at a certain level until you get to a certain point in the story.
You're kidding me.
No.
So I've been wasting my time?
Maybe.
That's BS. That's BS. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Fine. Also, we put Mishima in his place.
We put him in his place?
Yeah, we went into the mementos and told him to knock it off. Yeah, and also this hacker group is gonna cleanse Japan.
Yeah.
Which I don't love.
Japan doesn't love it either.
I don't love they're gonna cleanse Japan. Yeah, so we're doing good. I need to take Champ to the gym more often because he's constantly running out of SP. And the personas that aren't weak to anything, that's a load of crap. Atlas. The
another hint for SP stuff, the doc can help you with that.
Great. She doesn't have an up thing next to her name either though, right now. So I'm afraid that I'm wasting my time.
No, hers doesn't cut off for any plot reasons.
Well, how am I supposed to know that, Emma?
Well, now you do.
How am I supposed to know that? And we've been doing a lot of reading because we're trying to get charming and stuff. Bought him a video game console. Excited to play with that. Yeah. Just doing a lot of hanging in LeBlanc.
Yeah. I don't know why
kids.
It's pronounced that way.
Okay. Yeah, but that's been a lot of fun. It's kind of addictive, obviously. How long is this game? This feels like it's gonna, for me, hit 100 hours.
Yeah, probably.
Well, in other news, I played some more Skyrim. Persona has taken up a lot of my time, but Cool the Dark Elf is doing okay. I found that I really like sneaking around people's homes and stealing stuff. So that's why I'm saying it's genetic, because I also like to play as the rogue.
Mm-hmm.
So I wiped out everything at the apothecary already. We stole all the ingredients. And I got knocked into the air and one-hit KO'd by giants, which Josh let me do. He let me walk into the giant. and laughed when I got hit.
What a traitor.
Seriously. Oh, the big news, we sent off our faulty Nintendo Switch to Nintendo in a bubble-wrapped thing. And
bubble wrap and everything.
Well, the UPS guy said, you should really bubble wrap it. And we said, okay. And it came back, and according to Josh, it works good as new.
Wow.
I haven't played on it yet, but he said he played some Breath of the Wild, and it was like a whole new game.
Beautiful.
So I'm excited about that. We've also... Oh, duh, I put so many video games this week, guys. Like, it's so much.
Just hit the highlights.
I finished Ventus's storyline in Birth by Sleep.
Mm.
And Clickbait Boyfriend is starting Ventus's storyline in Birth by Sleep.
Mm.
He's very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he says all these things are telling him these are the unversed, but no one has said the words unversed.
Yeah, I don't think Ventus actually learns their name in the storyline. Because they mention it in the briefing that you get at the beginning of Terra's, but I don't think Ventus ever knows what they are, but they look evil, so he hits them.
Also, he thinks it's really dumb that he looks exactly like Roxas.
Well, there's a reason for that.
I know, but I said that, and he's like, no spoilers, no spoilers!
Any other gaming highlights from you?
I think that's been the majority of it. It's been a lot of Persona. Just a lot of Persona!
Yeah.
To the point where sometimes I see, like, weird-looking dogs on the street, and I'm like, level 21. Weak to wind. Resists curse.
You know what? Small dogs are probably weak to wind.
Yeah, and they resist curse, because they're good.
Yeah, because they're good.
So that's been this week's saved data. We've gotten a lot more good, like, my dudes, like, pictures. And I'm acing my classes. Champ McDude, he's a smart guy.
He's a smarty.
How easy do you think those questions are for people that are Japanese, though? I feel like they would know these things.
Some of them, the Japanese history ones, probably, yeah, or Japanese folklore, but some of them are literally just, like, random trivia.
Yeah, I know.
Interconnected random trivia. Random trivia that happens to be connected to whatever you're doing as the Phantom Thieves at that time.
It's amazing how many questions are like, this mythical thief, this gentleman thief.
Yeah,
and it's like, gee, that's funny that one of them is Goemon, and Yusuke was always like, Goemon! Wonder if that's the answer. Anyway, that's been this week's edition of Saved Data. Saved Data, not Saved Data. It's not
Whatever.
2008.
Mal calls it play this half the time, so.
What?
Call it play this half the time, so.
Do I really? Oh no. Anyway, that brings us to this week's weather report. Emma, take it away.
This week in the weather, on Thursday, there's a concentrated Emma front going into New York City. Targeting the Games for Change Festival. It'll last through Sunday. And we think there's 100% chance that some crazy fun will be had. If you haven't been with our podcast since the beginning, we used to do, and have since fallen off of it as Facebook has wigged out and stuff. But we used to do Games for Change Mondays, where we would highlight a Games for Change game on our Facebook page. And we decided it would be fun this summer if we wanted to go to the Games for Change Festival, since it's in NYC. So that's easy. And I've been looking through the schedule a little bit. We still have to talk about like what we want to do.
We sure do.
But it looks like some cool stuff. But I'm coming into New York on Thursday morning, and we're gonna learn some stuff about games and change and how games can change things.
And maybe we'll post on the blog our like itinerary.
Yeah.
And
if anybody's listening is also going to the Games for Change Festival.
Let us know.
Yeah, say hello.
We'll be the ones in the Talk This Podcast shirts all 3 days.
I think you said that before, and then I said Madelyn will be.
I've said this on every episode of the podcast for the last month. I figure if I say it enough on the air, someone will see Emma and be like, why aren't you in the shirt?
Because I'm a wimp, and I don't like to be stinky.
Dang.
Yeah,
we should breeze you. It's going to be really hot while you're here. I saw that, and I was like, Emma's going to be really mad.
Oh, great. In that case, I will just be wearing no clothing as opposed to the Talk This shirt.
I'm not sure how. We haven't ever had anyone stay in the kitchen when it's really hot, so I don't know how that's going to go.
It'll be fine. No, it's not hot in your apartment.
This is the literal weather report. Oh, you say that now. You don't know. You don't live here.
Okay.
Yeah, so we expect there's going to be a 100% chance of fun, a 100% chance of learning, and a 100% chance of us going to at least one session where we don't understand what's going on.
Yep. Pretty much.
That'll happen during the extended reality day.
Yeah.
We'll be like, this sounds cool, and they'll be like, what is this? I think it's going to be very exciting, very fun. We're going to try to sneak Emma into Barcade.
No, we're not.
A full month early.
I can hold off on my Barcade. But that has been the weather report. Woodaloo.
So come on, folks. Come on, take a seat over here in Off-Topic Corner.
Yeah.
Where we chat with you about something off of our normal video game topic. And today, I want to take a little bit of time to talk about summer vacation. I sort of thought my summer vacation days were long gone. But I found this month that I actually sort of, because I'm between internships right now, and I make actual money as a tutor, and as you can imagine, well, actually there are plenty of students on the dashboard, but I haven't been picking them up because I wanted a break. But as you can imagine, most of my students are kind of finished for the year at this point. And while I'm still working on things, I have a lot of, free time in the day, and I don't know about you, but it being summertime makes it really hard to get excited about work that I'm theoretically excited about.
Yeah. I don't understand. People get excited about summer. I mean, I get it that it's vacation, but once you get older, it's like summer just drains all the motivation out of you.
Yeah, you've been conditioned your entire life to be like, it's time to relax. Sleep
I
late.
guess that's true too, but the heat just even going outside in the heat for half an hour makes me want to not do anything the rest of the day.
Oh please. You go from your air conditioned house to your air conditioned car to the air conditioned mall.
I know I do. It's a problem. I don't understand why just a little bit of heat and humidity is just I'm done. I'm done for the rest of the day. Takes all my energy.
This conference is going to be really hard for you.
Hopefully it's air conditioned inside.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I sort of agree. I don't mind the heat as much as Emma does because, of course, I lived in Miami for 4 years, so you got to be able to handle it. But it sort of feels like I should be out enjoying the weather. Especially on days where it's not blazing hot.
Sure. I mean, 70s is fine. Anything above 70s is not fine.
But it's it's sunny, I should be outside, I shouldn't be inside work, I don't know. It's just hard. It gets harder to do stuff.
Plus, just and it's not even I've been in Boston for a particularly long time, but I feel it's made it even worse. Because it's always, the winters are so cold in Boston that now I just run colder. So when other people are cold, I'm like, this is comfortable. And when other people are comfortable, I'm like, this is blazing hot. Please stop.
Wow. Emma's weak to fire skills.
I am. I'm an I'm Yusuke. That's me.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I hope people don't think I'm like Yusuke. Even a little bit.
I'll keep you updated, but I don't think that's the right fit.
Yeah.
Also, I want to go to the pool all the time when it's really hot.
I don't like the pool.
Yeah, I know. Well, whatever.
I mean, it's fine. I would never seek out the pool.
It's just like when I'm walking and I'm sweaty, I'm like, it would be nicer if I was in a pool right now.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, that's been Off-Topic Corner. Off-Topic Sweaty Summer Edition Corner.
Yeah, where we just complain. We continue to talk about the weather.
Yeah,
Off-Topic Corner. This whole episode has just been the weather report. The literal weather report with the Talk This sisters.
Seriously. It's cloudy here today, and cool. Anyway, beep beep. Here comes the traffic report. Nice, that sounded like kind of a duck. Not really like a duck.
Duck crossing traffic.
Even though we've been talking about the literal weather, we will not be talking about literal traffic. Instead, we're talking about traffic to our various social media and media accounts. So first things first, on www.talkthispodcast.com/blog, we've had some exciting developments in these past 2 weeks. Well, one, we had the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer instant reaction from Clickbait Boyfriend.
The Microsoft one.
Yeah. Oh, so I don't have a blog post for this, but he was pissed that Pirates of the Caribbean is coming back.
It does look better, though.
It does look better, but he was not happy about it. I think he wants me to say that it makes no sense that it's the third movie.
Time passed. Second movie happened when when Sora was gone.
He's just mouthing words at me, so I'm not totally going three with his fingers. I don't really know. Anyway, but the more important development and there'll be a new Clickbait Boyfriend very soon. Roxas kicks CBB's butt edition with a lot of mini vlogs. My favorite. Oh man, these are my like all-time favorite, y'all. Anyway, the more exciting blog post news is that Emma and I, in our ongoing quest to never really finish our Watch This series ever again, but still sort of have it active on the blog, in a spin-off of our Off-Topic Corner, which you just heard us whine about the weather on, we've started Split Screen, which is a spin-off of the Watch This series, where we're watching acclaimed K-drama masterpiece, Boys Over Flowers.
Yeah.
And some anime, My Hero Academia.
Yeah, nobody's ever heard of that, right?
Not really a big deal.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so Emma obviously has seen My Hero Academia before.
Yes.
And she's also seen some of Boys Over Flowers in some capacity.
Yeah, like baking with one of my friends, I seem to recall us having it on in the background. Because certain things are like, oh, that looks familiar. But I don't remember it as clearly.
And we're watching them together on split screen and chatting as we watch. Maybe one day we'll like live stream it. Wouldn't that be cute? No, it wouldn't. It would just be me being like, that's dumb. That's dumb.
That's basically what Madelyn does.
But we chat on split screen about Boys Over Flowers and My Hero Academia, both of which are about fancy private schools
that somebody is going to sue for everything they have one day.
Almost certainly that's how both shows end. Oh, look, I look grumpy in this one.
Yeah, because you were mad about things.
I look buffer, too. It's good, my arm days are paying off. Yeah, you should check them out, not least because they have like our little Talk This cartoon personas. That wasn't really the word I wanted to use, but it was the only word I could come up with. Our cartoon alter egos.
Yes.
On the banner, artfully crafted by Emma. But yeah, it's a good time. You should watch them. Catch Boys Over Flowers on Netflix and My Hero Academia on Hulu.
Or Crunchyroll.
Yeah, you can probably find Boys Over Flowers elsewhere too, but that's where we're watching them. And it'll be a weekly series. So, you know, don't split. Come sit in the little off-topic couch and grab a movie snack and chill with us.
Heck yeah. Also coming up this week on our YouTube channel is the latest Play This installment, which I just started really earnestly working on today. So, cutting it close as always. That's my motto.
I do want to say, I was a little worried about the last... Actually, I read Emma's script for this. I was a little worried you were about to do a huge spoiler at the very end of it, and I was almost like, I can't read this, because I might play this game. You didn't, but I was like...
Oh, right, yeah. No, I didn't go into that. But they all come with spoiler warnings for anyone who wants to watch them. So, can't say I didn't warn you, because I did.
Yeah. Also on the YouTube, which is Talk This Sisters, by the way, was not new Flashback Fridays. Because as I mentioned, it's been really hard for me to do anything productive. So that'll come again, I think, next week. I'm out of, backlogged ones that I already put together, so I actually have to listen to our podcast and pull out the highlights. Ugh. But, yeah. Those will be coming back soon. There's some new Clickbook Boyfriend mini vlogs that honestly might go up today, if I can get my acts together, that feature the many stages of fighting Roxas. They're so funny. I just watch them and I laugh every single time. So that's coming. You should also check out our Twitter, our Instagram, and our Facebook at Talk This Podcast on all of those. Mm-hmm. We like to tweet and Instagram memes and stuff in all of our latest content. We share articles sometimes. And also, I imagine we'll tweet a little bit and Instagram some during our Games for Change conference.
Heck yeah.
This coming week. So definitely follow us if you haven't already, and you'll feel like you're there too. So I think that is the traffic report.
Beep, beep.
Thanks, that was better. Which brings us to our final segment, the question of the fortnight. So we're recording this, I don't know, right on the early side of a dinner time, and I'm hungry, because I'm always hungry. So what I want to ask for our question of the fortnight, Emma, is if you could create a video game... I was going to say, pick one video game food to eat, but I'll allow you to create, a video game food meal if you want. If there was a food from a video game that you particularly wanted to eat, or, a mashup of foods you wanted to eat, what would it be?
Well, I obviously don't have to create a food, because anybody who's played Final Fantasy 15 knows that there's literally nothing better in this universe than cup noodle.
I forgot about cup noodle.
Some foods may try. Cooks may slave their days away. Ingredients may be gathered from the most beautiful places on earth, and yet nothing will touch the exquisite cuisine contained within a cup noodle package.
What are you gonna create? Weren't you gonna have a YouTube cup noodle series?
Yeah, I still really want to do that. My Adventures of Prince Noodletus. But I feel like I mentioned a couple episodes. It's a lot. It'd be more effort than the videos I've been making currently. And I wanted to get through my internship before doing that. It also involves playing a lot of Final Fantasy 15 for footage. So
look for that this August.
Eventually. July-ish, yeah. August.
I'm excited. I don't really know what it's going to be, but...
I don't really know what it's going to be.
Okay.
It's going to have some noodles in it, though.
So I have a lot of options. I kind of need to narrow it down. If I'm feeling like right now I'm eating a lot of fruit. There's a lot of fruit in the house, and I've been on a real fruit kick. So I'm tempted to pick the Wumpa fruit from the Crash Bandicoot games, because it juices you up and stuff, which is never a bad thing.
Never.
And I'm tempted to pick something like sea salt ice cream, or the ice cream everybody likes from Stardew Valley, or something like that, right? I like ice cream. There's an ice cream stand right around the corner from us now, so I'll take you when you come to New York and you're sweating. But I think the obvious choice is, you know the Katamari level where they roll up the gingerbread house?
Yes.
I would eat that.
Really?
It's just a ball of candy.
I guess so. I'm not a big fan of gingerbread.
Fair, but there's like other candies that you roll up.
I guess so, yeah.
Wow, you're really disappointed in my choice, I can tell.
I'm a little disappointed. Just like shoving pure sugar into your face.
Yeah.
With some ginger.
Yeah.
And some Katamari.
That's just about what I do. That's pretty
well,
much,
as long as you're true to yourself.
Pretty much the move. We are making our way through our ice cream stash here, but we also just bought more chocolate, and I made banana bread. So, pretty much I live in the gingerbread house.
Don't tell people that. Children will come. You'll have to eat them.
Sorry, I just got mobbed by children. I'm back. Yeah, so I picked the sweet Katamari.
Good choice, good choice.
Probably I'll call it something in like half an hour and be like, oh, should have picked that one. But, oh well.
Anyway, faced with these two amazing options, let us know what you would eat in terms of famous video game foods or not so famous video game foods, any kind of video game foods. Which would be the one you would choose? Let us know by sending us a message or reaching out to us on social media or anything like that. Leaving us a review. Just leave a review with the food you would eat and no other explanation.
Also just stylish.
Yeah. Like, I would eat some stylish sea salt ice cream. 5 stars.
I would.
No other need for explanation.
Anyway, while Emma's talking about writing us a review, why, I know some of you are thinking, where can I review this stylish podcast? Well, folks, anywhere podcasts are downloadable. You can subscribe and rate and review and listen to our whole back catalog of, like 70 episodes now or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
At pretty much wherever you can find podcasts, but the notable ones I can think of are Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or if you're
the brand new Google Podcasts app,
which you should get for your Android if you haven't already. We're on there, so listen in. You can listen to us on TuneIn, you can listen to us on Spotify, and you can listen to us on Stitcher.
Yep.
And you can listen to like 2 episodes on SoundCloud.
Heck yeah.
So,
and really any podcast app you get uses one of those directories, so we're there. So
tune in next week when we have some great games in store for you.
Honestly, I can't remember what we picked for the new game.
What was the old game? Maybe it'll jog.
The old game was Earthbound.
I hadn't heard of either of the games. That's why
Yeah, I don't remember what the new one was. I honestly don't.
Tune in next week for a mystery episode.
Or you can go back to last episode and check for us and leave us a 1-star review that says, stupid. These were the games.
Don't do
Please
that.
Don't do that.
Don't leave us a 1-star. Just tweet at us.
Yeah.
Send us an angry tweet.
Please bombard us with angry tweets telling us what the new game was. We will highly appreciate it.
And on that note, folks, this has been a lovely episode. It's been nice to have you with us on Talk This today. And you know, whether the weather is beautiful where you are, or whether it's cold, or whether it's hot, or whatever the seasons throw your way, we hope you have a week where it's no higher than the 70s.